Right, number 38. If Miss Simmons starts her drive at 6:30 a.m., she can drive at her average driving speed with no traffic delay for each segment of the drive. If she starts her drive at 7 a.m., the travel time from the freeway entrance to the freeway exit increased by 33% due to slower traffic, but the travel time for each of the other two segments of her drive does not change. Based on the table, how many more minutes does Miss Simon take to arrive her workplace if she start her job at 7 a.m. than if she start her job at 6:30 a.m.? Bringing answer to the nearest minute. Okay, so pretty much if she starts her trip at 7 a.m., right, she's gonna have some traffic, right, on the freeway, right? So she's gonna spend more time on the road pretty much, right? Compared to if she started at 6:30, there will be no traffic. Right, and then we want to figure out how much more time will it take, right, if you start her trip at a later time. And notice they said the travel time for the other two segment doesn't change. So only her time from the freeway entrance to the freeway exit. Okay, so we can just focus on that one segment instead, right? So instead of adding to solve for the total for all three, we could just focus on the from the freeway entrance to the freeway exit because that's where the difference is, right? The other two segments will be the same no matter what. So the difference, right, the additional time had to be from only that segment. Okay, so if you go to the table here, right, so we can just focus on this middle segment. That's where the extra time is going to be, right? So the distance for that part, that segment is 15.4. Okay, is 15.4, and her average speed with no traffic is 50. Okay, so let me write this down here. So the total distance, okay, is 15.4 miles, and then the time, right, or excuse me, the speed, not the time. Okay, her average speed with no traffic is 50. Okay, 50 miles per hour. Okay, right. So let's take a look at this, right? So they said, um, if there's no traffic, that's what we have, 15.4 miles, and the speed is 50 miles per hour, right? But then if there is traffic, the total time will increase by 33%. Okay, so what we can do is let's solve for the time when there's no traffic. Okay, so based on the distance and the speed here, we can solve, time is equal to distance divided by speed, right? So we can do distance is 15.4 divided by speed is 50. Okay, let's go and solve that, see how much time it will take. 15.4 divided by 50 is, okay, it will be 0.308. Okay, 0.308. But also pay attention to the unit here, right? So 0.308, that's hours, right? Because the speed is in miles per hour. So 0.308 is how many hours we have. Right. And for this question, they even underlined here, right? We want to know how many more minutes does she take. So we can just go and do a unit conversion here. And we need to know how many minutes this is. So let's just go ahead and convert it right away. So if you convert from hour to minute, you have to multiply by 60. Okay, so 0.308 times 60, this should give us a number of minutes that would take her. So we solve that is 18.48. Okay, 18.48 minutes. So without any traffic, that's how much time will take her to drive from the freeway entrance to the freeway exit. Okay, but now they said the time is going to increase by 33%. Right, if she drives on, if you have traffic, it will increase by 33%. And the question wants to know how much more time will she take. Right, so see, we're just solving for the change here, right? How many additional time, how many more minutes we will take? Then we know that should be 33% of the total, and it could increase by 33%. So what we can do is we can actually just find 33% of 18.48. Right, we don't have to find the total time after the increase. That could work, right? If you do that, we just have to subtract the 18.48. So the easier way here is we can just go ahead and multiply the total time, 18.48 times 33%. We know that will be the representing the additional time, right? That's an increase. So let's just multiply that, and that should give us the answer. Okay. So times 33% is same as multiplying by 0.33 if you do it in the decimal form. So 18.48 times 0.33, we get 6.0984. Okay, and then this question, this says we have to right, how many more minutes, right? So we're assuming here we're rounding to the nearest whole minute. Okay, we're rounding to, yeah, I could just say how many more minutes. So we have to round it to the nearest whole number. Okay, so it should be rounded to 6 then. Okay, so that will be the final answer for this question. Right, so she drives with traffic, it will take her 6 more minutes to get there. Okay, so for number 38, the final answer should be just 6. Okay, and here they say we round to the nearest minute. Yeah, so that would be 6.